Have you ever stopped to think about the power that words have over your life? It might seem counterintuitive, but the words you use daily are shaping your reality in ways you can't even imagine. From that simple "I can't" that slips out without notice to the subtle enchantment of "I believe in you," every expression carries within it a transformative power. And that's where the secret lies. What you say, both to yourself and to others, has the power to create or destroy. Words aren't just a form of communication. They are the key to unlocking dimensions of your life you may not have explored yet. It's not just about believing in magic or something mystical, though the impact is just as powerful. Words are energy, vibration, and they resonate with the reality you build every day. Want to learn how to turn this hidden power into a real, practical tool to change your life? The words you choose directly shape your reality. Every word that leaves your mouth or occupies your mind has an impact far beyond simple communication. They guide your actions, shape your thoughts, and even influence your emotions. Think about how the choice of positive words can uplift your spirits during a difficult conversation, or how a poorly chosen word can cause a misunderstanding. If you've ever used the wrong word and caused discomfort, you understand the real power they hold. The magic lies in awareness, in recognizing that your words are the key to the reality you wish to create. But words don't just shape our external reality, they also affect our internal relationship with ourselves. By expressing yourself carefully, you reinforce positive beliefs that transform how you see yourself in the world. For example, when you use words like "I can" or "I am capable," the resonance of these expressions begins to align your emotions with that internal belief. Over time, this internal transformation generates visible external results. And the opposite is true as well. Words like "never" or "impossible" act as negative spells that hold back your potential. How can you use this tool to your advantage? Pay attention to your inner dialogue and change the words that feed your mind. The power of words also reflects in how we influence others. In a simple "good morning" with a smile, you communicate more than just a greeting. You're sending out positive vibrations that resonate. If you want to positively impact someone, use affirming phrases like "I believe in you," or even simple compliments that can feel like magic in their lives. However, remember, these powerful tools must be used wisely and responsibly, as what you say can leave deep marks on someone else's reality. Speaking of which, did you know that many cultures attribute sacred and spiritual meaning to words? Let's explore that next. In many cultures around the world, words are seen as manifestations of divine wisdom. Since ancient times, it has been believed that speaking something aloud is not just a form of communication, but an act of creation, a kind of magical vibration that can transform reality. The very sound of words, such as mantras and prayers, carries an energy that connects humans to the spiritual realm. Think of tribal prayers, where every word is measured and weighed, as if communication were a direct conversation with the divine. The spoken word is a bridge between the physical and the spiritual worlds, something we often forget in our daily lives. In esoteric traditions, words carry hidden meanings, resonances that go beyond their everyday use. Each word, when consciously chosen, creates an atmosphere around the speaker, whether of calm, power, or transformation. In cultures like that of the ancient Egyptians, the use of words in enchantments and sacred inscriptions held immense spiritual weight, and it was believed that the gods responded to these words with events in the physical world. In moments of doubt or personal challenge, why not try practicing the repetition of phrases or mantras that align your emotions and thoughts with something greater? The practice of positive affirmations can be a doorway to this spiritual transformation. The conscious use of sacred language reveals the hidden power in our communication. The simple act of choosing the right words can be transformative, both for the listener and the speaker. When you understand the spiritual weight your words carry, even trivial conversations take on a new depth. This understanding, beyond being cultural, is spiritual, as it unites thought with the ancestral wisdom many have lost over time. And speaking of wisdom, the Christian example of the phrase "in the beginning was the Word" shows us just how much power words hold in creation. Let's explore this further. The phrase, "In the beginning was the Word," found in the Gospel of John, is one of the most well-known expressions in Christianity and perfectly illustrates the idea that words have divine creative power. The word here represents more than just speech. It symbolizes the origin of everything, as if reality itself was formed from a sacred expression. The belief is that God created the world through words, showing that what is spoken can transform the invisible into visible, potential into reality. This idea reflects not only spirituality, but also how we handle our own words in daily life. Imagine if we treated everything we said as a seed for creating something new. This perspective teaches us that communication, when aligned with a higher purpose, can be an act of power. In practice, the words you choose in a situation can change the course of a conversation, build bridges, or create divisions. For example, during family conflicts, phrases like, "I understand you," or "let's resolve this together," can disarm tension and transform the atmosphere. It's not just about pacifying, but bringing a new reality into the world through the careful choice of words. Just as in Christianity, many spiritual traditions share the idea that creative power lies in speech, and by using it consciously, you connect with something greater. The lesson from the Gospel of John is that words are not empty. They carry weight and purpose. If we reflect on this, we can see that, in a way, we all carry this power to create through speech. When we speak, we shape our relationships, feelings, and even our future. Once you begin to view communication from this perspective, everyday interactions become opportunities to practice this creative power. And if words hold this divine power of connection, imagine how they can also build emotional bridges between people, linking our internal world with the external. This is what we will explore in the next topic. The words we use are the link between what we feel inside and how we connect with the world outside. They are the bridge between our emotions, thoughts, and the way we relate to others. When we express our feelings clearly and sincerely, we create genuine connections. Imagine how a simple "I understand you" can completely change the direction of a conversation, especially in moments of tension. This ability to use words to align what's inside with what's outside is a true form of power, and many don't realize the influence they possess through communication. Moreover, the way we choose our words also determines the type of connection we establish with others. A well-placed word can open doors and generate empathy, while a poorly chosen word can create barriers. In important conversations, especially those requiring emotional care, such as discussions with friends or family, it's essential to use language that reflects your true intentions. If you've ever used words to comfort someone during a difficult time, you know how deep and transformative that connection can be. Communication goes beyond the exchange of information. It's an exchange of emotions, energy, and even soul. When we internalize the idea that words can build bridges between our internal and external worlds, we also begin to recognize their limitations. We can't always translate what we feel into words, which leads to frustration. Some emotions and experiences are too complex to be captured by a single phrase or simple expression. This limitation makes us reflect on the complexity of human communication and how often what cannot be said can still be felt. We will discuss these limitations further in the next topic. As powerful as they are, words have their limitations. There are feelings so deep that they simply cannot be expressed accurately through language. When we try to describe emotions like profound loss or overwhelming love, words often slip away, leaving a sense of frustration. Who hasn't found themselves trying to explain something, only to realize midway that the exact meaning doesn't fit into any sentence? This limitation reminds us that, while words are valuable tools, they are not the only way to understand or share experiences. Additionally, we often use words so automatically that we don't stop to think if they really capture what we're feeling. In an argument, for example, phrases like, "I'm fine," may sound empty when in reality there's a storm of emotions happening inside. This leads us to reflect on the need to silence words at certain moments and allow other forms of expression, like gestures or even silence, to convey what words cannot. And this realization is valuable when we understand that silence itself is also a powerful language. On the other hand, recognizing the limitations of words challenges us to be more mindful in our communication. Learning to use words more carefully and less automatically can help avoid misunderstandings and deepen our connections. This is a skill that can be improved with practice, whether by actively listening to others or by reflecting before speaking. However, even when we use words wisely, we must remember that they carry subjectivity. What a word means to you may be very different for someone else. Let's explore this subjectivity next. Words carry an inherently subjective nature. What one word means to one person can be entirely different to another, depending on their experiences, culture, and even their emotional state at the time. A simple thank you, for instance, can be said with genuine sincerity or in a flat, automatic manner. This shows us that communication is much more than the words spoken. It involves tone, context, and even the moment in which they are expressed. That's why it's crucial to be mindful of the subjective impact our words can have on others. This subjectivity can lead to misunderstandings, but it also allows for flexibility in interpretation. A word that represents love to one person might symbolize pain to another. This explains why we sometimes use words that seem clear to us but come across as strange or inappropriate to the listener. A good example is when we say something like, "Talking is easy," without realizing that, for the person next to us, talking might be a significant challenge. If we want to communicate more effectively, we must consider these nuances and the internal world of those we're speaking to. Recognizing the subjectivity of words also helps us develop more empathy in our conversations. The more aware we are of the different interpretations a word may carry, the more careful and sensitive we become. It's like using a delicate tool. You need to be mindful of the force and the context in which you apply it. But what about the hidden power of words in ancient cultures? Many believe that the mere act of speaking a word carried a kind of magic, an enchantment capable of transforming reality. Let's explore this idea in the next topic. In the ancient world, words were seen as carriers of mystical power, capable of altering reality when spoken. Cultures such as the Egyptian, Mesopotamian, and even Greek believed that certain words had the power to directly influence the physical world. These civilizations used incantations and verbal formulas in rituals to protect, heal, or invoke the favor of the gods. Imagine saying a phrase with such conviction that the very universe would conspire to make it happen. At that time, communication was much more than an exchange of ideas. It was a form of magic, a powerful tool for transformation. These ancient peoples believed that by using the right words at the right moment, they could open doors to the divine and shape their destiny. Today, though we no longer use enchantments in the same way, we still keep this tradition alive through mantras, prayers, and positive affirmations. Every word spoken carries a vibration that reverberates through our being and the environment around us. The practice of repeating mantras, such as Om or I am capable, connects the mind to the power of words and creates a resonance that directly influences our emotions and the reality we perceive. If you've never tried, experiment with using words of power in moments of doubt or difficulty, and notice how they can realign your energy. While we may no longer believe in enchantments as people did in the past, the idea that words have a direct impact on our lives persists. The words we repeat, whether to ourselves or others, continue to shape our perceptions and attitudes. Think of the effect of an encouraging word during a moment of challenge, or the strength of a positive declaration when you wake up. These ancient practices remind us that words carry a vibration, an energy that can either lift us up or bring us down. Speaking of vibrations, let's explore the vibrational consequences of words in the next topic. Every word you speak emits a vibration, an impact that goes far beyond just sound. The words we choose affect our energetic field and those around us. Science already suggests that everything in the universe vibrates at different frequencies, and words are no exception. That's why when we repeat mantras, prayers, or even simple affirmations like, I am strong, we are tuning our vibration to the reality we want to manifest. Try this in practice. Start your day by declaring something positive to yourself, and observe how your emotions and attitudes shift throughout the day. It's like tuning an instrument to play the right melody in life. But it's not just positive words that resonate. Negative words also have an impact. Phrases like, "I can't," or "that's impossible," carry an energy that blocks the natural flow of growth and transformation. Have you ever noticed how, after repeating these phrases, you feel stuck or limited? This is the negative vibrational consequence of using words that are misaligned with your desires. If you want to change this, start being more mindful of the words you use. Replace limiting expressions with words that resonate with what you truly want to achieve. After all, our communication creates waves that ripple through our reality. The vibration of words also spreads collectively. In groups practicing mantras or prayers together, the resonance created can be even more powerful. These practices have been used for centuries in various cultures because when words are spoken with intention and in harmony with others, the vibrational effect is multiplied. The power of words lies in their intentions and the frequency they carry. Speaking of effective communication, simplicity is also a powerful force when it comes to conveying a clear message. Let's explore how simplicity plays a crucial role in communication in the next topic. Simplicity in communication is often underestimated, but it holds immense power, especially when it comes to teaching or sharing knowledge with children. Simple and direct language not only makes the message clear, but also creates a stronger connection between the speaker and the listener. Think of how a phrase like, "I believe in you," can be more impactful than a long explanation filled with complex terms. When we speak with simplicity, we allow the essence of the message to be absorbed more easily, helping shape the perception and understanding of those who hear us. For someone just starting to learn, like a child, this approach is essential in stimulating expressive and emotional skills. Simplicity doesn't mean a lack of depth. Great masters like Buddha and Jesus used simple metaphors and stories to communicate profound spiritual truths. When you choose words that are easy to understand, you create a bridge for everyone to access that knowledge, regardless of their cultural or intellectual background. This applies to both life lessons and everyday situations. For example, when explaining an important idea to someone unfamiliar with the topic, choose simple words that resonate directly with the person's experience. This choice facilitates transformation and the absorption of the content. The power of simplicity is ultimately about making yourself universally understood. The clearer and more accessible your language, the greater the impact of your communication. A good practice is to revisit what you've said and think, does this make sense in a simple way? This approach not only avoids misunderstandings but also strengthens trust in any kind of relationship. Simplicity also has the power to unite people, as it creates a common language, a force that helps preserve and share cultural wisdom. Let's dive deeper into this idea in the next topic. A common language has the power to unite people from different backgrounds and cultures, acting as a true foundation for the exchange of knowledge and experiences. When everyone speaks the same language, communication flows more easily, allowing complex ideas to be shared and understood by all. This doesn't apply only to national languages, but also to shared languages within groups, like jargon or cultural expressions. Think of the impact of global terms like peace or love. These words carry universal meanings that transcend borders, uniting people around common values. A common language builds this bridge, facilitating not only communication but also emotional connection. Moreover, a common language is essential for preserving cultural heritage. Indigenous languages, for example, carry with them ancestral traditions and knowledge passed down through generations. When a language is lost, so too are the spiritual wisdom, history, and meanings it carried. This reminds us that preserving and promoting a common language is a way to protect our roots and cultural identity. In an increasingly globalized world, knowing how to balance tradition with modernity is key to maintaining this connection with both the past and the future. Having a common language doesn't mean eliminating linguistic diversity, but rather creating a space where different cultures can coexist and share their knowledge. The key here is mutual understanding and respect for different forms of expression. When we can dialogue in a language that everyone understands, we open doors to collaboration, learning, and collective evolution. And if words have such a powerful connection, imagine what happens when we use that power consciously in our everyday reality. The cycle of learning about the power of words is always present. Now that you've understood the power of words, it's time to take action. Use your words consciously to shape the reality you desire. Try uplifting and inspiring others with what you say, and watch how it transforms your life. Are you ready to apply this knowledge? Leave a comment sharing what you found most revealing about this hidden power. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any powerful tips, and continue learning how to transform your reality with awareness. See you in the next video.